And remember, they banned 3 junglers in game number 1. Will they go 3 for 3 again here now? No, that's Cassiopeia ban.
Yeah, so we switched around here. Dignitas first pick, Lion blue side. So gonna change.
Hi, Dhokla.
Hello, Dhokla. Glad you got Jonathan Armao back into his chair so he could play, but 5 game wins in a row for Lion to start the split without Inspired. At first, they were feeling really flippy, like, oh, you know, substitute teacher Armao is here, let's play like crazy. And then this last game, it very much felt like that was almost an inspired run game.
Yeah.
The game's not going well, let's wait around, let's play on our power spikes, snap your fingers, game's over.
I'm happy you bring that up. They haven't dropped a game yet without Inspired.
5-0.
4-0 in their earlier series, and now an early game win here versus Dignitas game 1. Remember, Dignitas game 1 is their comfort zone, man. That's where Dignitas is
The first
scariest.
game 1 Dignitas has lost.
That's
They
the first game 1
Lion.
Dignitas has lost all summer. They won game 1 versus Sentinels, won game 1 versus C9. Yes, the rest of the series did not go their way, but they showed that they were always good for one of them. Let's see if they're good for a game 2 now. They're gonna have to do it a little out of order from tradition, as Nocturne is the first pick here for Dardoch on Dignitas.
Okay. Powerful jungle pick. Can also do some early game invading if you really want to get spicy. Dardoch had a great early game, then he did try a little bit too hard.
He had some fun.
A little bit of Lee syndrome.
Yeah.
On the Camille play and on the Rise attempt. And this is one of the problems about playing against Lion is that Berserker is just inevitable.
Yeah.
You just see Lucian Melio and you're like, ah, but it's Berserker Isles Lucian Melio. You feel like it's just gonna, at one point, be 3,000 gold up on the enemy 80 carry and like dashing and 2-hitting someone.
Yeah.
You can already see it, can't you?
I can visualize it in my head. It's happened so many times. I'm wondering if this is an avenue where FBI will go for something like a Ziggs. It is available at this point in time, so maybe they do go for something that will not really engage. It's Senna instead for FBI bot lane, so opting for more of a scaling pick.
Well, it's an old FBI special.
Yeah.
I think, and this is going to sound crazy, but I think it's true, I think FBI is one of the best Sennas in the world. He's really good at this pick, and he does play it into Lucian.
Okay.
So Lucian Melio, a little bit different, but like just very, very, very comfortable on this pick.
Sheep eSports, get your title card ready. Jatt.
He is one of the
FBI
best
is one of
Sennas
the
in
best
the world.
Sennas in the world. Boom. Statement made. Claimed.
One of the reasons they were able to 2-0 G2 at Worlds 2023 on Energy was the Senna pick.
True. I like you bringing out the receipts as well.
Yeah.
That's good. Paired with the Nautilus as well, something that can provide a lot of peel and CC for the Senna. Also primary engage for the team. So Nocturne might not just be going in alone. He might have a depth charge either leading the way or following him shortly behind. It's going to be the Gnar locked in for Dhokla. So blind pick top laner here for Lion. They can ban out some of the tough matchups like the Vayne. And now Dhokla can have some agency of his own.
Dhokla's Gnar has been really good lately.
Incredible.
It historically actually wasn't one of his top picks, but I talked to him about it recently after his, I think it was his week 1 Gnar game against Gakkos' Ambessa. And he was like 70 CS up by the end of the game. He was like 5,000 gold ahead. And he said, I think this is my best Gnar game ever. And it's because he's just grinded on the pick. He knows exactly what he wants to do in lane. He knows what he wants to do in team fights, what his win condition is. And he just seems so confident on it now. So mainly because of the nameplates is why I'm super confident in the Lion draft so far.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, Dhokla is one of those players that this is like your ideal top laner, where the whole story of him going back to a tier 2 and then back up to tier 1, he's only gotten better.
Yep.
Split over split, year over year, just continues to improve. And now he's on what we can consider one of his comfort picks. Let's see what Denathor wants to play into it. He gets a little time to choose as Lion will lock in most likely a jungler here, saving their counter pick for mid lane. It's not going to be Galio or Akali. Now, when I see these two bans in the past, I would have thought Locke as a focus here in the mid lane, but with the nerfs coming through, yeah, probably not. But it's going to be Wukong for Armao.
I mean, all physical damage as well right now, similar to the Dignitas draft last time. So if they wanted to try and pick something super tanky in the top lane, they might be able to get away with it. And it's tricky for Palafox to have to blind pick here too. I mean, the ultimates are already decent. If there's any angle for Saint to play Silas, he's going to do it.
It's going to be
Silas or Ahri. I mean, they're just two comfort picks.
Annie locked in for Palafox here, so some more burst, and then Bessa is going to be the top laner for Denethor. Not a
the
tank.
matchup again.
Yeah, it's you just were
What
talking
Dhokla
about
was really
this.
confident with in the Gakkos. They had some roam help, but he won't get that with Emilio this game. But Denathor, since the alt nerfs with Ambessa, with it being less reliable, the priority, like the success of Ambessa has definitely decreased. But it's still a solid pick.
We've seen so many instances of top laners not hitting ults that they would have hit in the past.
That's a different pick than I was expecting.
Lissandra for Saint. So you were
Okay.
thinking Silas. Instead, it's going to be a different AP mid laner that can also provide some engage options here.
Wow. Okay.
Looks like Saint's been in the kitchen cooking up some counter picks into the ante.
Solo AP Lissandra, I mean, can be super bursty if you want to be, especially when no one else is going to be building MR. Hasn't been played that much. I mean, I'm looking at top regions in Summer Split. It has 2 games and they're both losses. Knight lost with it into Ahri, and JoJo lost with it into Ahri at EWC. So it's seldom played in pro lately.
But hey, those are 2 respectable mid laners pulling it out. Saint adding his name to that list. Let's see if he's able to put a win in the column for Lissandra here in Summer Split. Not one of the most popular champions, but what it does is it offers more engage potential.
Yes,
it also offers a lot of safety in the mid lane. If you're going to get dove under your turret, you can just self-ult. You go invulnerable. It's kind of like having a Zhonya's built into your kit, but you can also press that ult on the enemy. And Annie, pretty low mobility, so now Palafox has to be careful as well.
Yeah, you can definitely match Annie in the fact of like, oh, if I want to fight you and my jungler's here, I'm just going to fight you with my jungler here.
Arguably better for Lissandra because you don't need the rocket belt to get in range or flash to get in range. You can also just throw out your E, take the glacial path. All right, creative drafting yet again from LYON. Rigby is back in the coaching seat for the draft, and already you can see the effects. Dignitas down 0-1 in this series. Hoping to get at least 1 game win. LYON, the defending champs from spring, looking to stop that from happening. Game 2, we're onto the Rift.
All right, eyes still on Dardoch. He's still playing in his first series in 5 years and looked pretty solid for most of last game. It ended kind of
5 gold
in a snap. Did he just clicked vision on the ward that they scouted him out at the Raptors? I love, if you're quick enough with your pings, you can find that 5 gold in game.
Best introduction to League in the last 5 years.
Give me that money.
Yeah. But yes, you're right. The Dardoch's Game 1 debut, very flashy, very impressive. It wasn't a win. There were a few moments, like you said, the Lee syndrome kind of kicked in, and he thought he could go for a little bit more, but overall, I still was happy with the performance of Dardoch and just how Dignitas looked as a team with Dardoch in the jungle position. So eyes will still be on him absolutely. As bot lane already, some good trades coming in for Berserker. Getting damage into Isles and IgNar in the 2v2.
Absolutely. I don't think we're going to be seeing huge engage early, but Kangas, what is this?
So a reminder. So last split, okay, as mid lane's trading, I don't think anybody, actually maybe. Autos, no, does not flash Q. So a reminder that the whole Shopify prediction, that was old news. Palafox Summer, that's also old news, Jatt.
What is it now?
It's now Palafox Game 1. If you look at Palafox in Game 1s, this split so far, he has been smashing his lane opponent and stepping up big.
That's true.
The concern has been Games 2 and 3. It kind of peters off in Game 2, and by Game 3, they get smashed. Now, Armao's coming mid lane. Engage comes in from Saint. Palafox almost gets the outplay.
Oh my goodness.
And maybe Palafox Summer is back already here. He absorbs the gank and almost gets a kill in return.
Has to burn his flash, which will be likely punished later, but he was an auto away from killing Saint there. Saint actually has a terrible base, a glowing moat and a refillable potion. So he is technically back in lane, but it's a decent start to the lane for Palafox, who gets to build his Dark Seal.
Has 1 potion still in his pocket there. So point I was making before was that Palafox in Game 1s had been smashing. Games 2 and 3 is where I wasn't seeing the same level of performance. But here, starting off by absorbing a gank, not too bad.
Well, the problem is they lost Game 1 this time as well. Like
that is, true.
They've been winning their Game 1s. Palafox was doing well, and he's doing well in this matchup. I mean, Lissandra's not necessarily a counter pick into Annie. This is a really bold pick.
Ooh, I like that tech. Throw out the Q and then W to get the stun, and now Dardoch's coming in. No, it doesn't actually go for it. The Glacial Path does get Saint out.
Yeah, Saint knew he had taken a bad base, was really just shoving the wave in. The lane is technically fine for him. He's actually slightly up in CS. Looks like he's actually sticking around with that refillable potion as well. Has gone Resolve secondary on the Lissandra as well with a Overgrowth second wind. So tanky, some lane runes, some scaling runes.
It's going to make it harder for Palafox to burst him down. That's one of the strengths of Annie. If you have a super squishy lane opponent, you can just blow him up. As Palafox, doesn't get the backstop. Can he get back for the cannon? I imagine he did get that with a W, but Saint...
Looked like it.
Hey! There's that auto-pathing all the way.
Yeah, but Saint's actually fine, right? Just take your quick recalls. This is mid lane in 2026.
Yeah. Ooh, FBI stacking up that passive. Okay, gets it off of Berserker and Isles. IgNar's going for these trades with the Dredge line, and now Dardoch hovering bot side. It's only level 4 Nocturne. There's 2 camps up, so he's actually sacrificing his clear speed for this look. It's spotted, and an immediate heal from Isles. That's a flash Dredge line from IgNar. Sidestep by Berserker with the Relentless Pursuit, gets out of there.
Bit of a brute force gank. You respect the attempt from IgNar right there, but once they burned the heal for the move speed, the hook is really, really hard to land.
Yeah.
So 1 summoner spell for 1, just the flash is going to be on a longer cooldown. Dardoch's still going to be clearing up. The danger will actually be his Raptors, because we know that camp is up early. There's already a ward on it, and Wukong might be looking to fight there with Lissandra.
Looks like Armao will be spotted by wards placed by Dignitas on the approach. Saint's already in position with the control ward, so this will be known information that the Raptors are gone, but I don't think Palafox can stop this. There's actually 3 members from LYON that rotate as Isles even goes up too. IgNar's not there fast enough to link up with his jungler, so instead they're going to go for their own invade. They're pinging on LYON
Counter Raptors.
The counter Raptors. IgNar will show himself mid lane.
I mean, Palafox is 6, so if they fight a Raptors, that's good for Dig, you would think.
Yeah, and the Dredge line in onto Isles. And Timbers goes down, but no stun. The W stun will go out, but now Palafox, isolated from the rest of the team. Heal from IgNar, almost keeps him up, but that's first blood to Armao. Turn back from Saint, does get the kill. Dardoch onto Saint, as Armao will look for a double for himself. LYON trade up 2 for 1.
Hate to see it right there. That's a huge win for LYON with already some great scaling on their side. Dardoch goes down. Palafox with the level 6 advantage at the start of the fight. Saint ends up leveling, I think, off the kill. It might have been off the wave pushing in as well. That allows them to turn it around and get 2.
I'm just going to call it as it is. This is disastrous. Like, when you have a level 6 Annie, you expect to win this.
You want to one-shot. They know it's no heal as well. Palafox, I don't know if he didn't have the cooldowns to be able to get his stun Timbers, but if you're comboing off the hook, you have to stun and just get the one-shot. Instead, Isles is able to keep everyone alive throughout the fight, and the double going over Armao is huge.
Yeah.
I'm checking the cooldowns.
That's a tough one right there. At that point, just don't press the R if you don't have the stun ready to go. Not quite sure what was going through the head of the player, but meanwhile, top lane, Denathor's getting roamed down by a mid laner. Dhokla is going to shove in this wave here. Dardoch's nowhere near. And Denathor is going to have to try and survive this. Public execution onto Dhokla. Senna ult comes in. Donnie Shadow to give him the shield, and Denathor will flash out. So,
well played.
LYON do not pull off the dive. It's going to be a summoner spell and a few ults.
Yeah, well played. FBI bailing him out a bit with the ultimate. Nice roam by Saint. I went back and watched the Palafox play. There's no excuses. He's literally full health and full mana with all cooldowns when IgNar hooks. So you have to stun the Melio.
Yeah.
You must.
You must stun that Melio. Imagine a world where he does hit that, and they're able to blow up Isles before the fight. That's neither here nor there. Currently, it's a 1.3 thousand gold lead for LYON, as the Dragon could be the next focus here. 45 seconds for that Grubs as well, so potential for the double neutral objectives on the Rift.
Yeah, and Saint got level 6 off the wave. Not off of the kill on Palafox. So a little bit of context both sides, but it does mean good early game for LYON. They've avoided any of the early ganks in the bot lane. They're slowly growing their lead with Berserker and Isles. Dhokla doing Dhokla-nar things at this point, slowly accruing an advantage over Denathor and Bessa. And then Dardoch, a little bit behind the pace of the game, had done that early gank. Bot lane that was a little bit forced. That started the cascade of events of Raptors into counter Raptors, which led to the Palafox play that got them both killed.
Last time around, it was Dignitas getting first blood. Last time around is Dignitas with the early gold lead. Game 2, though. LYON definitely come to live a little earlier, as Armao will go for the Grubs on spawn. Nobody's looking at that Dragon yet, as Dardoch is also on the top half of the map, drops the ward down. Oh, looks for the sneaky steal there onto the Grubs, but I don't even think there's a contest. They just back off at this position. Berserker's rotating up towards the Grubs. This will be 3 picked up by LYON, uncontested.
Yeah, they just have a lot of tempo right now. I mean, they're pushing in bot, they are pushing in top. They were first to base, so Berserker and Isles could both deploy out bot lane.
LYON might want more here, because FBI is still shown bot. Berserker and Isles roam all the way up top lane. They're staying out of vision. Armao's clearing the brush as IgNar and Dardoch are hovering nearby.
That's a lot
Palafox
of people.
rotating up. That's 4 members of LYON looking at Denathor. No flash available. IgNar goes in early. There's a Cyclone used early as well, but Denathor's already out of there. Paranoid pop by Dardoch, but the second Cyclone will knock up 2. Palafox is just too late. Oh! An impressive stun on the 4, but it's just too little. LYON already get the kills, and they already get out of there.
Caught between 2 decisions was Dignitas. They knew they were greatly outnumbered. It's a beautiful dive by LYON, getting so much AoE off.
They are. I have TP if they dive, actually. It's like really bad dive for them.
They're coming.
They can actually just lose the game here.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I'm running up here.
Yep. Send ulti on 12.
Coming. Can we turn off the lights?
Send ulti on 8. Send ulti on 1.
Ooh, it's tough. You're either letting him die or you're trying to counter the dive. Palafox thought it was going to be a better look. I feel like they wanted the Nocturne ult a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're all so close that turning off the lights, everyone's still going to see the dive.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
So-
not like you're accomplishing that much.
Yeah. And the timing was just a little bit off. If Palafox had been there, or if he maybe starts channeling TP early and is under the turret for the anti-stun, it's there. But otherwise, like with a level 6 Melio, just popping down the Breath of Life and the Cozy Campfire on everyone, it's going to be hard to get enough AoE damage to kill someone.
Yeah. It's tough there. Even hearing Palafox call, I have TP, they can't dive, and it walks the whole way too. So Dignitas not able to keep their top laner safe that time around. LYON with the full send top will get more gold in their pocket. It is now 2.8 thousand gold lead for LYON with leads for everybody across the board. Specifically, Berserker picking up one of those kills down there. Doesn't even fall behind in CS, despite spending all that time top lane. FBI stayed bot and doesn't even get an advantage in the creep department.
Yeah. The Mash Guard Power Spike Trinity Force done for the Wukong.
That's pretty fast.
Before the Nocturne is able to get the Hexblade. So Armao is way off to the races. Pretty uncontestable Drake here.
Yeah. 100% kill participation, 2-0-3 Armao. The hero that LYON really needed at this point in their season, because I know that expectations where LYON were going to struggle were far beyond that narrative. They have not been struggling yet to drop a game. But just it shows how impressive Armao is to be able to step in and still do it after all this time.
100% win rate. Maybe, you know, maybe he just stays. Right?
Maybe.
Haven't lost a single game.
Oh my goodness. Dhokla just took top turret at 11-20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this game's falling out of control very fast. I mean,
just another Armao
you're
game,
hitting
right?
the emergency button if you're Dignitas, because there's not many more options that you're going to have to get back into the game when there's this kind of gold lead now for a top lane Gnar.
Looking for a play.
Root lands onto Berserker. Depth charge will follow up. Can't quite get the angle as Isles blocks the dredge line. Armao's still hovering nearby. Palafox was on vision as he rotated down mid. No play for Dig.
I mean, there just aren't plays for Dig right now.
No.
Every lane is losing. There is only one player who doesn't have flash, and that's Isles, who's sitting under the turret. There are no plays right now for Dardoch to go for, or even for Palafox to go for. He doesn't even have his first completed item, so they're in a world of hurt.
Culling comes out, big damage onto FBI and IgNar as now Dardoch was hovering in the brush, and everybody from LYON are pouncing onto the Nocturne. He's out of there. Same with the kill credit. Palafox coming in with a flank, maybe finds the angle this time around as Armao's chasing out the support. Armao on a killing spree! He just dives past everybody on Dignitas, says, I'll do it myself. Dignitas has 3, try and chase Armao out, but he is out of there, and LYON just get 2 for free.
LYON is playing, I don't want to take away from LYON. LYON is playing exceptionally well here with their lead. That's where they want to play through. They've crashed top turret, Dhokla shifts down, Saint shifts down as well. They're not losing any minions with these shifts. They're making easy plays. They're not even having to burn their teleports there, and they're still making such positive plays. Like, just look at, I'm just more impressed with the macro as well as them being on the same page. Like, no one's taking turret damage either. They go around. Palafox roams down, Denathor teleports down. They're not panicking. They're not calling for Dhokla to fly in. Dhokla can just take over midway while this is happening.
Yeah.
Saint just in and out of the fight at low health. Goes back in when he needs to. You just got to clap his reign over.
Yeah, Palafox thought he could maybe find the burst onto Lissandra, but now Saint's finding the burst onto Palafox. Stacking up the passive, gets the stun. Does Saint really want it? backs off at the end. But message sent. Saint
Level
is now
lead for Big Dokes.
Yeah. Saint solves at 3-1 and 4. Just styling on Palafox.
What a feeder. 6% of his team's deaths right there.
Oh, you're taking the other side.
It's the food poisoning. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a rumbly tummy, you know?
Yeah.
Struggling out there.
Even the early laning phase, he was playing so on the edge, right? One auto attack away from dying, but he was up in CS the whole time, just kind of accumulating his lead. Now he's got the Merc treads, so he's just so hard to actually lock down and kill. Very slippery.
And if we're being honest, I know that we spent a lot of time talking and gassing up Dardoch's return, the excitement around that. Game 1, we had some of that. We see Isles here with some very impressive stats as well.
He's been really good.
Wait, ranks among supports in summer.
First.
He's just there. He's alone. And this is, I would say, kind of the reality check, Jatt. Because we come in with all these narratives, this excitement, but then you remember this is the defending champions. Yes, they don't have their starting jungler, but they have 4/5 of the roster that went undefeated in the finals, a 3-0 sweep, and they are against the last place team in the current standings.
Yeah.
And this is what it looks like when you see that disparity in placement. Saint will go for the dive, but doesn't hard commit, so not taking the turret until the very end right there. And now the turn back onto IgNar, as Dignitas just cannot find any mercy in this game.
LYON is an elite world-class team.
Top 3 in the world.
They really are.
Palafox throws out Tibbers, and we'll just die. Yep, Berserker's got the damage, and Palafox got no space on the map to be right now. LYON at 15 minutes have already taken top turret. They're going to now look at mid. Couple autos, that thing's going down.
Yeah. One thing to remind people of, you know, when you're down 8,000 gold at 15 minutes, there are no good plays. It's not like...
It's Hail Marys.
If they were just smarter about the game, they could come back from this. Like, it's a doomed game state, so they're trying to find spots where maybe LYON has made a mistake, or they just don't have enough people there, and you're trying to surprise them with numbers. But if they happen to have the numbers, which is a guess, because since they're so far ahead, you don't have vision... I love this.
Oh, no.
Armao, 100% win rate.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Inspired has the lowest win rate of any LYON player this year.
True.
That's actually shocking.
Yep.
Does LYON need Inspired? Question for the ages.
It is, you know, you gotta wonder.
You gotta wonder.
You gotta wonder.
Hey, I mean, Saint said that they're chill with Adam right now, despite Raz mishearing the answer and giving his own interpretation.
I heard what Raz heard.
It's going to be a second dragon over to LYON as they will keep stacking these up. And to your point, Jatt, that like at this point, when there's this type of gold lead, this early in the game, you get past logical ways for a team to come back. So I start then thinking, who's going to get the most kills?
Oh,
we got a
sure.
three-way tie
I think
right
it's
now
Berserker.
for LYON. You think Berserker?
It's just the Lucian difference. You can chase people down.
Okay, well,
Here's
this
the
is Dig
advantage.
going for one of those Hail Marys. If they can get onto Saint, no flash available. He's self-frozen tombs, and now the teleports start coming in. Armao with the Cyclone locks down IgNar, and Dignitas could not continue. What a Gnar ultimate from Big Dokes! The rest of LYON answer the call of war. Berserker on a rampage gets the double kill, chasing down FBI. It's a slaughter in the bot lane. LYON pounce and get the ace.
It's a 17-minute ace and an 11,000 gold lead. Berserker also picked up more kills.
He did.
So he's 6-0 on that Lucian.
6-0-3. One kill for Armao. That's it.
Well, I want to spend some time on Armao here, since he is statistically the most successful player in the LCS in 2026.
Okay.
Saint plays this beautifully. You want to be as patient as possible with the Lissandra ultimate, and it still does the same damage when you self-ult as if you ult someone else. It just doesn't apply the CC. So when possible, I think self-ulting is just like incredible, and then Big Dokes with the 4-man ultimate, yada yada, they're great. Armao, if Inspired comes back, I want to see if he can just sub into some other teams. Because is he just a good luck charm? Like, his lanes just always win.
True.
LYON's lanes are incredible, but is there something there where he can just be the vibes guy?
Some magic.
I'm going to farm, I'll be there for team fights, and we're going to win. I have this magical power. He's not even pressing his W, doesn't have to.
I mean, he pressed Rift Herald, and that meant that IgNar missed the Q onto him. Now Dardoch has to flash over the wall. LYON, the entire Rift belongs to them.
It does.
Right now. Yeah, they own it. Bought and purchased with that 12.4 thousand gold lead.
Dignitas is only had one plate. Denathor's about to get a plate bot lane.
Thank goodness they got a kill, because otherwise this would be perfect game territory. They didn't pick any of the grubs, no turrets, just that one kill to their name to prevent this game 2 from being a perfect game from LYON, which is incredibly hard to do in the current landscape of League of Legends competitive play. So
it is.
Dardoch keeping them in there a little bit. But yeah, this game is just kind of over at this point. We're 19 minutes in with the 13,000 gold lead for LYON. They can't even go for the Baron at this point. So it's a good time to remind you, check out that QR code on your screen. The LCS Championship is headed to Gas South Arena in the greater Atlanta area from October 3rd to 4th. Tickets are on sale now. In an earlier call out, we were saying something about the Olympics being there in 96. And then now in 26, something just as prestigious and internationally viewed, that being the LCS Finals, going to be there. 30 years later, full circle.
Full circle.
All right, Dardoch versus Armao, full circle.
Full circle.
LCS at the arena, full circle. Boom.
I mean, Dardoch does have 100% of his team's kills. He has 100% kill participation in this series, actually. He was 100% in game 1. Looking for the silver linings.
Yep. I like it. Stretching it. As LYON will look for this tier 2 turret in the bottom lane. Armao's at, what, 12 kill participation? Oh! Saints at 13.
I know, Isles is at 100%. Oh. Hopefully I have a
support.
Bunch of AoE
I know,
abilities.
if you just press W, you're just able to kind of get it at that point. But still deathless. So Saint went down one time. If we're accepting Berserker's going to have the most kills, does that mean Saint will also end with the most deaths? Or will somebody else match Saint at this point?
Ooh,
We're just getting into fun prediction.
It's pretty hard for them to die this game. But if someone is going to die, it's going to be.
I feel like Armao would probably be the one.
Yeah, I was thinking that. He's building the GA soon, though.
Yeah, but like Saint can just self-ult.
Exactly.
Really hard. Berserker's got Melio on top of him the entire time.
And he's Berserker.
He's got all the hugs in the world.
Oh, they're sending it on Dokes.
Yeah, Paranoia onto Dhokla.
Oh, he's hitting mini.
He's still mini Gnar, so this should be a kill. FBI, one more auto, shut down to Dignitas. Now it's only a 12.4 thousand gold lead. Let's see if the rest of the squad can get out as Armao is here with LYON in tow. Saints going for a flank onto Lissandra. Can he get the Glacial Path over the wall? He's going to take it. No, does not take it, as that would have been straight into a stun from Palafox, so LYON will just lose their top laner.
They will. Gas South in Atlanta. Atlanta on the receiving end of one of the greatest comebacks of all time, 28-3. Maybe we have another moment here in this Dignitas game.
Well,
does this feel 28-3? I feel like it kind of does.
I feel like we're in Los Angeles, not Atlanta right now. But as I say it, this is a second solo laner from LYON getting picked off in the top lane. Just back to back. He still has that self-ult, and he's still just going to take one with him on a rampage. Sets up the rest of LYON to go in for the kill. Berserker picks up a double, and that is the team fight win regardless for LYON.
28-3 has turned, it's now 42-10. So it's in fact not closer, is how it feels. Yeah. They might just end off this one.
Yeah, 22 minutes into the game, 18-3 on the scoreboard, but the big number on the screen, 14.4 thousand gold lead. LYON absolutely decimated Dignitas. This is what it looks like when a first place team wins a game of League of Legends. GG 2-0 LYON.
Armao still undefeated in the LCS. LYON spoil Dardoch's return to the LCS. The Lee Sin game from Dardoch looked great at the start. This game, Dignitas just had nowhere to play. It started bad and it got much worse. But LYON is the team that is just cruising here throughout Summer Split. They're 3 weeks in. They haven't even played a game with their consensus best player in the league. And they're still 6-0. So incredible job so far from LYON. And it's looking like Azael is getting set up with Armao for an interview. We're going to be tossing that as soon as they are ready. Now, maybe this is the last that we've seen from Armao.
Yes, maybe. We heard that Inspired could be coming back after around 3 weeks, but now we get to hear from the man who stepped up and continued the win streak for LYON. Let's throw it over to Azael.
Thank you very much. Here with Armao right after your victory. You're 3-0 with LYON. Is this the end of Armao with LYON? I know Inspired said 2 or 3 weeks. Is this the last we're going to get to see you?
I'm not sure, but hopefully Inspired is back because, you know, even though I've been winning, he's a stronger player. So you know, I'm just getting carried. It's chill, but yeah, I mean, it's been cool to win, of course. But yeah, I think he's back soon, and just see what happens.
All right, cool. Well, how was it for you playing against Dardoch? Obviously, it's a bit of a throwback. You know, we had talked earlier when Dardoch first came in the league, he was the second youngest player in the league. You were the youngest player, right? And this was a long time ago, and now you guys are kind of getting to have this full circle moment where you're getting to play against someone who was around right when you started your LCS career as well.
Yeah, actually, my first game, I subbed for Fox. I was still in high school, actually, at the time, and it was against Dardoch. And we were winning the whole game, and then we lost. Fortunately, this happened again. It said we won. I just, you know, this is potentially my last game, so it's kind of interesting that worked out that way. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool to see him back because, you know, he had to grind through, you know, tier 2 or whatever. You know, I'm done with League competitive other than the subbing, so it's a little different. But yeah, it's just cool to see that he made it back.
Well, I just got word that you won player of the game, so I don't think you're just getting carried. I think you're not, you know, giving yourself enough credit. You're playing well. You say you're done. Does this, you know, reignite your kind of like competitive fire at all? Like, is getting to play and doing well and being like, hey, this is pretty fun. Hey, I could do this. Like, does that change your mindset at all, or are you pretty set on, nope, I've had my time. I'm ready for something else?
Yeah, it does not change my mindset at all. I'm totally done, to be honest. Yeah, no, I have zero interest in playing. Like, I'm just doing school. That's the focus. But it's summer and it was my first year, so had some free time. That's why I'm here.
There you go. Well, it's a cool story at least. You played very well. Congratulations, Armao. Thank you very much for the interview. Back to everyone at the lounge.